everyone. My name is Ariane Turley, and I'm an industry consultant here at SimilarWeb. For today's 90-second insight, we'll be looking at the news and media space in India. So the first thing I want to say is that President Trump wasn't actually the first world leader to ban TikTok and WeChat and other Chinese apps in its country. Prime Minister Modi of India actually announced that they're banning 59 different Chinese apps at the end of June. One of these apps that they banned was UCBrowser, which has an extremely popular news aggregator, UCNews. And so what does this mean for the news and media space in India? That's what we'll be taking a look at today. The first thing I want to say is that news and media saw an explosion of popularity in India due to the coronavirus pandemic. Looking at this graph here, you see that in April of 2020, total traffic to news and media sites in India reached over 5.6 billion visits. This was more than double the number in March of 2020. But interestingly, this traffic has sort of steadily fallen in the last couple of months, with traffic declining in May, June, and July. In fact, in July, traffic to news and media sites in India was about 1.46 billion, which was a record low over the last 18 months. But what we want to look at is sort of what were the top sites that were really doing well during this time, sort of what are the top news and media sites in India. And so to do that, we'll look at category share. And what category share does is essentially tries to understand sort of what are the top sites and what percent of overall category do they have. And I think one of the sites that I want to point out here is UCNews India. And so UCNews India, as you can see, is the top news and media sites in India. And what UCNews is, it's a news aggregator that's part of UCBrowser, which is ultimately owned by Alibaba, the Chinese company. And what you see is that UCNews really started to gain traffic share in July and August of 2019, so about a year ago. In July of 2019, their traffic share was about 5.6%, and this traffic share increased to about 17% in August of 2019. And their traffic share held steady until the coronavirus pandemic hit. And you see they have this huge increase, if you sort of follow the blue line, a huge increase in traffic share, especially in April of 2020. And when we look at sort of the top 10 website traffic share in April of 2020, what we see is that UCNews India controlled almost 68% of all traffic, which was really great for them, except for the fact that at the end of June, Prime Minister Modi announced that this app will actually be banned. And so what you see is that in July of 2020, their total market share fell to 3.7%, not even in the top 5 anymore. And I think this also can explain a lot of the overall decline in traffic to news and media sites in India, because people don't have access to UC News anymore. It's not driving traffic to other publishers. And I think this really opens up a huge opportunity for another aggregator to come and sort of take over the gap that UC News has left in news and media space in India. Thank you.